Imagine an electric car that doesn't just aim to compete with the Porsche Taycan, it claims to leave it in the dust. The brand new Polestar 5 isn't playing it safe, packing a jaw-dropping 884 horsepower under its sleek Scandinavian design. It's bold, it's powerful, and it might just rewrite what we expect from performance EVs. But is this newcomer truly a Taycan killer, or just another ambitious promise in the crowded luxury EV race? Stick around, because what we uncover in this first look might completely change how you see Polestar's future. The Polestar 5 isn't just another addition to the EV market, it's a bold statement from a brand still carving out its identity. Born from Volvo's performance division and infused with Scandinavian minimalism, Polestar has quickly positioned itself as a challenger to Tesla, Porsche, and other luxury electric giants. The Polestar 5, set to arrive in 2026, is more than a sleek four-door GT. It's the brand's flagship, designed to turn heads and push boundaries. What makes this launch so significant is timing. The luxury EV space is more competitive than ever, and Polestar is aiming right at the heart of the segment, dominated by the Porsche Taycan and Tesla Model S Plaid. With promises of cutting-edge, aerodynamics, high-end materials, and an astonishing 884 horsepower, Polestar is clearly sending a message. It's ready to fight at the very top. But numbers only tell part of the story. The real question is whether this futuristic Grand Tourer delivers the driving excitement and luxury feel to back up its claims. Over the next few minutes, we'll dive into its design, technology, and performance to see if the Polestar 5 is truly a game-changer, or just another ambitious EV chasing hype. Now let's get into what really makes the Polestar 5 impossible to ignore. At first glance, its design feels like a concept car that somehow escaped the auto show floor and hit production. The long, sweeping roofline gives it that unmistakable Grand Tourer silhouette, while the sharp LED light signature and flush door handles keep the Scandinavian minimalism intact. This isn't just design for the sake of beauty. It's aerodynamics at work, sculpted to cut through the air efficiently while still making a bold statement on the road. Imagine pulling up to a charger or a dinner party in this. There's no mistaking it for anything else. Step inside, and Polestar's philosophy becomes crystal clear. Less clutter, more impact. The cabin is wrapped in sustainable yet premium materials, blending leather alternatives with natural fibers that don't compromise luxury. A massive central touchscreen anchors the dashboard, but unlike some rivals, it's angled perfectly for driver usability. Subtle ambient lighting and frameless mirrors add to the futuristic, almost lounge-like vibe. This is not just a car you drive. It's a space you want to spend time in. Of course, none of that would matter if the Polestar 5 didn't have the performance to back it up. Underneath the sleek body lies a dual-motor setup delivering a staggering 884 horsepower. That puts it squarely in hyper-EV territory, challenging the likes of Porsche Taycan Turbo S, and even brushing shoulders with Tesla's Model S Plaid. 0 to 60? Polestar hasn't given the exact number yet, but expectations are hovering, around the low 3-second range, or faster. That's supercar speed in a four-door Grand Tourer. But raw numbers aside, what's more interesting is Polestar's claim that this power isn't just about straight-line launches. It's tuned for balance, agility, and a truly engaging drive. Range is another big factor, and while official EPA figures aren't released, Polestar is targeting competitive numbers north of 300 miles on a charge. Fast charging capability is also on the table, promising to get you from 10 to 80% in well under 30 minutes. That means long road trips with fewer compromises, a key battleground for luxury EV buyers. But it's not all without question marks. How will Polestar price this beast? Positioned above the Polestar 2 and 3, the 5 clearly aims at the high end of the market, likely creeping into Taycan and Model S Plaid territory. And while that makes sense given its performance, it raises the question, will buyers trust a relatively new brand with that kind of money, or stick with established giants? Safety, of course, is where Polestar leans on its Volvo DNA. Expect advanced driver assist features, LiDAR integration, and some of the most comprehensive safety tech in the industry. But as always, execution will matter. Does it feel seamless and intuitive? Or will it fall into the trap of tech overload? What we've covered so far is already impressive, but here's where it gets even more intriguing. Early test drives hint at a driving experience that might surprise even the skeptics. And when we look at pricing and how it stacks against Porsche and Tesla, things could get very interesting. Let's break that down next. And this is where everything we've discussed comes to a head, the moment that separates hype from reality. On paper, the Polestar 5's 884 horsepower looks like a headline grabber, but out on the road, it transforms into something far more dramatic. The instant torque launches you forward with a force that pins you to the seat, yet it's not wild or unruly. Instead, the car feels planted, almost surgically precise, as if every ounce of power has been engineered to flow exactly where you want it. Through corners, the low center of gravity and carefully tuned suspension reveal a balance that's rare in a car this powerful. It's not just about straight-line speed. It's about confidence in every maneuver, whether you're threading through traffic or attacking a mountain pass. And here's the twist. Early reviewers suggest it might actually feel more composed and driver-focused than the Porsche Taycan, long considered the benchmark in this segment. Inside, that futuristic cabin we admired earlier comes alive under real-world use. The infotainment is fluid, the driving position feels natural, and visibility is surprisingly good for such a sleek profile. But not everything is flawless. Road noise is a touch higher than expected at highway speeds, and some drivers might find the steering a bit too light for their taste. Still, the overall impression is undeniable. Polestar hasn't just built an electric GT, it's built a serious contender. And here's the real shocker. Whispers suggest that the Polestar 5 could come in slightly under the Taycan Turbo S on price, positioning it as a value-packed disruptor in the luxury EV battlefield. If that holds true, it changes everything. So is the Polestar 5 the Taycan slayer it's been teased as, or something even bigger? Let's bring it all together in the verdict. So after everything we've seen, where does the Polestar 5 stand? In many ways, it delivers exactly what it promised. A breathtaking blend of power, design, and Scandinavian simplicity that feels fresh in a segment dominated by familiar names. The 884 horsepower is more than just a number. It's the backbone of a driving experience that feels both thrilling and composed, something that can truly rival Porsche's precision and Tesla's raw speed. The strengths are clear. Head-turning. Design. A minimalist yet luxurious cabin, built from sustainable materials, cutting-edge safety tech rooted in Volvo DNA, and performance that places it among the elite EVs on the road today. Add to that the possibility of slightly more competitive pricing, and the Polestar 5 suddenly becomes not just an alternative, but a serious disruptor. Of course, it's not perfect. Road noise could be improved, and some drivers may want a heavier steering feel. And then there's the brand factor. While Polestar is growing fast, it doesn't yet carry the same prestige as Porsche or Tesla in the US market. That means buyers looking for badge status might hesitate. So, who is the Polestar 5 really for? If you're someone who wants a luxury EV that breaks away from the mainstream choices, values Scandinavian design, and craves both sustainability and supercar-level performance, this car deserves a spot at the top of your shortlist. For die-hard Porsche enthusiasts or Tesla loyalists, it may not be enough to make you switch, but it will make you think twice. What's undeniable is the impact. The Polestar 5 shows that the EV race is no longer just about Tesla versus Porsche. The landscape is shifting, and Polestar has arrived to shape the future of performance luxury. So, is this the beginning of a new chapter in the EV war? That's the question we'll leave with you. Let us know in the comments what you think. Would you take the Polestar 5 over a Taycan or a Model S Plaid? And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more in-depth reviews and comparisons, just like this one.